Scotland's castles and fortresses come in all shapes and sizes, but nothing says dramatic quite like a castle built onto an extinct volcano. Edinburgh and Stirling are probably the most famous examples, but do either of them have waterfront views? Welcome to Dumbarton Rock. Many people call this Dumbarton Castle, but personally, I prefer Dumbarton Rock. It's not just medieval history that's covered here, it's thousands of years of history, from prehistoric right through to modern. When you visit Dumbarton Rock, you don't just get amazing views from the top. You're given perspective over thousands of years of Scotland's story. Imagine being here 2,000 years ago and looking off to the east, watching strange men in metal suits bearing the eagle standard of Rome finishing up the Antonine Wall at Old Kilpatrick. On a nice clear day like today, you can see straight through to the hills of the Trossachs, and if you were here 300 years ago, you'd probably be keeping an eye in that direction for armies of Jacobites pouring down from the Highlands. 1,200 years ago, you would have looked off to the west in terror as 200 Viking longships led by the infamous son of Ragnar Lothbrok, Ivar the Boneless, sailed towards Dumbarton. And looking to the skies, in 1941, you would have seen the Luftwaffe dropping bombs on Clydebank and Dumbarton, the first attack on this fortress in nearly 300 years. In all those years of history, there are bound to be some iconic moments, and one of those unfolded right here, at what is known as Wallace's Tower. For good reason. In 1305, John de Menteith was governor of Dumbarton Castle. He heard that William Wallace was hiding nearby. He had Wallace captured, brought here to languish before being sent to London for execution. It can be really easy to judge historical individuals like this harshly in retrospect, but put yourself in Menteith's shoes for a moment. He had an almost impossible decision to face. Either he could capture the man already regarded as a national hero, or he could defy Edward I, King of England, and become a rebel himself. But fairly or not, history has judged, in the form of a grotesque of Menteith's face adorning the top of the guardhouse between the crags. Over the centuries, thousands of people would have sailed down the Clyde past Dumbarton Rock, making their way to the colonies. Some would have done that to seek a better life, but many were doing that against their will. So that's why there are many places called Dumbarton around the world, in Canada, the United States, New Zealand and Australia. There may be many Dumbartons, but there's only one Dumbarton Rock, so you've got to come here to see the original.